Hey guys, welcome back to the channel on this really pretty Sunday outside. Today I have the Benyar Rolex Explorer Homage, and this is model number BY5177. And I gotta say, man, for 22 bucks, this watch is kind of amazing. Let's check it out. All right, guys, we'll get into this thing, but first check out my Amazon shopping channel if you like this watch. As y'all know, I get a very, very small commission if you buy from my Amazon store. So when you do so, I definitely appreciate it. So very basic box. They've actually changed up the box on these. This used to come in like a more square box. This is like a little more of a rectangle. I guess they're saving, on packaging a little bit here. So you got an outer sleeve. This has got some sort of like snake skin texture or something like that. Pretty simple. You do have a magnetic closure, which is nice. So you got a tag here that says Benyar right there. Little piece of felt, a polishing cloth right there, a guarantee card, which is probably not signed, I'm assuming. Yep, not signed or stamped. And I guess some sort of user's manual and international guarantee. So boring stuff, don't care about it. Let's bring the watch out. Oh, you also get a, looks like a link removal tool right there too. So let's take this thing out. And I have to say, when I saw this on Amazon, I was a little surprised. I mean, I'm going to tell you up front, for the price, these are normally, first of all, these are normally about 50 bucks, but I guess they were, they had a sale on the white dial version for $22. I was like, you know what? I got to get one of these just to check it out. Normally, I'm not an Homage guy. I'm not a big Chinese watch guy. Ones that are made by, the little micro brands, the mom and pop Chinese watchmakers. But gosh, man, when I got this and I took a look at it and I felt it, held it in my hand, looked at all the features and the functions, guys, I can't hate it, man. I really cannot hate this watch for the price. Again, these are normally 50 bucks. You can get them cheaper on Alibaba and AliExpress and some other websites. I've seen them as low as like, $25. But for the price, you cannot beat this thing. And I hate to say that, because again, I'm not a big Homage watch guy. I just, I like people to create their own original designs. But anyway, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and give you all the 7 specs you need to know, and I'll put the rest of the stuff down there in the description field. So you're looking at a 41mm alloy case. It's not stainless steel. It's, I guess, some sort of electroplating on some sort of alloy here. Thickness is 14mm. Lug to lug is 50mm. Bracelet is kind of an odd 22mm stainless steel. The bracelet itself is solid stainless steel. Water resistance is only 50 meters, which is 165 feet. You get a kind of a, I don't know, maybe, I guess kind of a workhorse Chinese movement called the G2666Z. You can find those movements in a lot of Invictas, shocking, and I guess some of those Sterling original watches. Anyway, it only has a power reserve of 36 hours. And it is very loud when you wind it. I'll show you that here in a little bit. And it says it has a Hardlex crystal. I'm calling BS on that, but who knows? I mean, I'm sure it's some sort of acrylic or something. Who knows? But it's an actual like a Seiko Hardlex crystal. I don't know. Anyway, if you want to check out all the other specs, check down there in the description field. Like it weighs 152 grams. It does have a non-screwdown crown over here at 3 o'clock. Anyway, check down there if you want to check everything else out. So let's take a look at this thing a little more in depth. Now, all of these watches are kind of the same to me, whether it be this one, the Benyar, the Ceyagd, I can't pronounce that correctly, Ceydg, Pagani Design, Bernie, Olevs, Biden, Winner, etc. All of these companies are pretty much the same to me. But again, for 22 bucks, man, the main thing with this is the dial is fantastic. It's really, really well done. I mean, I put it under a loop. No imperfections, no dust, no nothing inside of the dial there. I mean, the dial is fantastic. One thing, again, this watch is very loud when you wind it. Let's see if y'all can hear this. I mean, it's crazy loud when you wind it. But again, the movement inside probably cost them, gosh, $2 or $3, I'm guessing, something like that. But the finishing on the case and the bracelet is fantastic. Again, some sort of alloy, maybe a brass, nickel, who knows what this case is, but it's not stainless steel. But the bracelet is solid stainless steel, except for the end links. I'm sorry, the end links are not solid. But the brushing on the bracelet is fantastic. Really nice. You got a little Benyar logo right there. You don't get any micro adjust, which kind of sucks. You also get a stamped scissor clasp, which kind of sucks. While I've got it open, let me go ahead and show you the case back. There's that movement. Again, these movements can be found in Invicta watches and Sterling original watches. You got some writing on the outer perimeter there. You know, it's like it's 50 meters, water resistant, yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's not a powerhouse when it comes to the specs for sure, but for $22, I'm just kind of blown away, especially by the polishing and finishing on the case, as well as that dial. You got everything is applied. All of these indexes are applied. You got Benyar right below the 12 o'clock index. You got automatic 50 meters right below the middle portion where the hands connect. Everything, it's very well done for what you're paying for the watch. Very well done. Now you can notice that the polishing on the case is obviously really polished, whereas the bracelet is brushed, and they kind of don't match right there, as you can see. But I mean, decent articulation with the bracelet. I mean, it's not going to be, you know, again, you got to remember, $22, guys. Now, this was a special. Remember, these normally go for $50, but you can get them other places between 20 and 30, something like that. I'm just really impressed for what you get for the $22. I'm really impressed. Let me go ahead and actually, let me go ahead and wind it here. Let me show you. It doesn't have a date, so when you pull it out, it also doesn't hack, and there's no second position for the date. So non-hacking, no date. You got your typical Mercedes hour hand here. You kind of pencil thin minute hand. You got a little lollipop on the end of the second hand there. But I just want y'all to see that dial and how well it's made. I mean, you know, some sites are actually charging like $250 for these things. So prices are really all over the place. Just do your due diligence. Check on the prices. These normally come in a black, a blue, and a white dial. So do your due diligence. You can get these very inexpensively. So just kind of remember that. And again, I got it only because it was on sale for $22. So let me go ahead and try it on. And if I remember correctly, it's really comfortable. Yeah, super comfortable. I mean, incredibly comfortable. Wow. Fits right out of the box on my 8-inch wrist, which was very fortunate. There we go. And again, you know, from a distance, it does kind of look like an Explorer from a distance. And it's not as hard as I thought it would be to read, because the hour and minute hand kind of have like I don't know really how to explain it. It's not really like a black polish, but it's a little bit different. So they do stand out against that stark white dial. Guys, this would be the perfect weekend beat up watch. You don't care what happens to it. And I saw that, you know, the timing, somebody put it on a time graph, and it was only plus or minus like 5 or 6 seconds a day, which is really good. Now, it's not consistently losing or gaining 5 seconds a day. I think it's consistently losing like 7 or 8, something like that. But still, that's really good for a, you know, probably a $5 movement or something, I'm guessing. I'm telling you, man, I'm really impressed with this watch. Again, it's an Homage, not my favorite. Again, it's, you know, it's made in China, not my favorite. It does have that super loud movement. It only has a 36-hour power reserve, which kind of sucks. But guys, man, I mean, come on. For $22, why not pull the trigger on something like this? Anyway, now I'm going to show you the Lume here. Now, you're not going to be impressed. I wasn't for sure. Have no idea what type of Lume this is. No clue. Probably some generic bargain basement type of Lume. Let me cut everything off here. All right. Let's go ahead and zap it. I don't know if you're even going to be able to make it out. It's not that good. Now, the hour and minute hand and the lollipop on the second hand look like they have a little bit better application of the Lume. Maybe a couple more passes. There you go. It's funny. Yeah. The Mercedes hour hand definitely is glowing brighter than the pencil minute hand. But guys, you can see the Lume's almost already faded. So don't expect much out of the Lume. I mean, we can just sit here and we can just watch it fade. And another 5 seconds. And it's literally almost gone, besides the hour hand on the lollipop on the second hand. Wow, that was fast. Anyway, so tell me what you think, man. Tell me what you think of all these different Chinese watch brands. And some of them, honestly, are not that bad for what you're paying. Again, you know, I've said this probably 2 or 3 times already. Not a big fan of Homage watches. These brands make homages mostly to Rolexes and Omegas. And this is obviously a Rolex Explorer homage. But I have to say, man, it's pretty well done. Pretty well done. So tell me what y'all think of this. I really want to know your opinion. Do you buy these? Do you guys routinely look for watches like this? I mean, do you buy them just for the value? Do you buy them to, you know, fake people out and think you have a Rolex on for a minute or two? Or you just like the fact that it's inexpensive. You don't have to worry about it if something happens to it. I would really, really love to know your thoughts. Anyway, I'll make sure to put a link in the description field so you can head on over to my Amazon channel and pick this up for $49. But if you don't want to do that, obviously do your due diligence. You can find them cheaper other places. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell. I really do appreciate it each and every time you do that. That really does help out my channel, guys, whenever you do that. So again, thank you whenever you do that. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next review. All right, take care. Bye-bye.